term. I was just like a normal guy.
Yeah.
No one is going to be looking up to me for high performance stuff anymore. I was going to be, just the best dad I could be, and I was going to be grateful for it. And next like several months, I kept attacking physio and rehab, and it was like 6 months. I walked with a limp, like kind of like a waddle, and I remember getting so frustrated and so embarrassed, and I remember seeing all the atrophy in the leg, and like just fighting with that on my own. And then the one day there was just sort of, I was working with a buddy that runs a gym here, and I was like, like I'm a trainer and stuff, but I need to set my ego aside. Like I need someone else to work with me. And so he's like, you're an athlete. We're going to train like an athlete, and we're going to find out and see where this goes. And so I remember working through PT, and it was very slow, like squatting the bar, some lateral hops with 2 feet. And over a few months, we get to the point where we're like putting weight on the bar, moving up and moving up. And it was like, okay, well, let's throw 405 on here and see where it goes. And I'm not going to say it's depth, but, hit like a rough 90
Wow.
and stand back up. And I'm like, okay, he's like, well, let's do some single leg lateral hops on that bad leg. And this started, like, this started stepping off of a 1 inch box and just like stepping onto the floor. And so
Yeah. That's incredible.
now we're at this point, and I do all this stuff, and I'm like, get home, and I've been in pain every day. I still to this day,
Mm.
every day for 2 straight years. Again, I swear to you, not a single day has gone without pain, but I'm like, get home, and I'm like showing this video to my wife, and she's in tears watching it. And I'm like, I'm going for a run, and I hadn't run yet. And she's like, no, you're not. And I'm like, no, like, you're like, I'm going. And she's like, okay, well, let me come with you. And just in case. And so I go for this like little jog, and I'm running, and it was March. It was when I was doing this. So I got shot in April, the year before, and it was March now. And this is the first time I've run. So I'm running, and we get towards, she pulls out her phone, starts recording me, and get towards the end of this run, and like I sprint as hard as I can, and there's like, I'm off balance, and leg isn't working the way that it should be working and whatever else. But I finished this run, and I'm like kind of on cloud nine, if you want to say that way. And I ended up, like, I posted it, and I was like, I think I can do this. Like I think there's more still to come. And so I go back to my surgeon and show him a couple of these videos. And I remember his response is like, look, man, I know you used to be a good athlete, but those days are done. And I'm like, no, like that was yesterday. And he was like, I've never,
That's insane, dude.
he's like, I've never seen anything like this in my life. And he was like,
Wow.
kind of, how's the pain? And I was like, man, I'm in pain every day, but I was like, I'm in pain and I'm alive and I'm moving.
Yeah.
And so we kind of like made an agreement. We see how the next little bit goes, and I show up and run the team physical, and more than pass the team physical. And then I was like, my wife was going really into HYROX, and I was a CrossFit guy, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to sign up for a HYROX Pro, and I just want to cross the finish line. That's all I want to do. I don't care what
Yeah.
time. I just want to get across. And so we go to this HYROX Pro in New York, and I remember being halfway through, and she's watching me doing the sandbag lunges, and I could see like the concern on her face. And she keeps telling me, she's like, it's okay. Like, you can just stop, just quit. Like, you have nothing left to prove. And I'm like, you got to stop talking to me. And I'm like, just don't say anything. And so get done, finish this event. And I remember, again, like, despite being emotional telling this story, not really too much of an emotional guy, but I crossed that finish line, and like, I've never felt such a wave of like, I don't know, like just like intense feeling.
Yeah.
And I remember like navigating the crowd and looking around and trying to find my wife. And she's kind of standing off to the side towards the entrance, just bawling. And so go up and give her a hug and whatever. And we get back to the hotel, and we're on like the 40th floor of this hotel. And she goes to the elevator, and I go to the stairs, and she's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm walking. And she's like, so I just like that gratitude for being able to move my body and stuff is something that, that I'll never be able to explain what it was like to think that I would never do it again, and how appreciative I am to have that time now. I've been off work, went back to work in June. So shot in April, back to work in June, full duties, back on SWAT.
Damn.